We are just days away from Christmas, and chances are you're traveling or having people to come see you, and no one wants to deal with sickness over the holidays, but it can happen. I am living proof right now, not feeling too well. But in this morning's To Your Wellbeing, we're talking about your options. I'm joined with Cone Health's Chief Medical Informatics Officer, Dr. Valerie Leschber. And Dr. Leschber, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. This is so relevant to me. So what are some other options for care other than emergency rooms or urgent cares out there for people?
I'm glad you asked. That's why I'm here. Certainly there is never a good time to be sick, the holidays being no exception. Cone Health offers a variety of digital health options for you or your family to seek care in a really affordable, timely manner, such as e-visits, telehealth, or even virtual video visits if that's what you prefer to do.
That makes it just so much easier. Now, as we keep this discussion going, we want people at home to get involved. So go to WFMY, our News 2 app, and tell us, how do you prefer getting medical help while you're voting? Here's another question. So what kind of illnesses would these virtual options be best for treating?
Sure. So we'll start with the e-visits. The e-visits are something that through the MyChart portal of Cone Health, you're able to go in and through an electronic questionnaire and intake form, enter some information about yourself, how long you've been sick, symptoms like that, send it off, and within about a 60-minute time frame or less, you can get some direction back, and that might include prescriptions or just what to do and next steps, or how much longer to watch things before you go seek care. On the other hand, a virtual visit, something that actually is a real-time conversation. You can schedule yourself for a 15-minute wait time or later on in the day, maybe 6 hours up to time, to be able to say, I want to talk with someone, a licensed provider on the other side. And you can either do that just through a phone or you can do that through your app, video if you prefer it. And the types of visits can be anything that comes this time of year: a GI bug, a cold, flu, even exposure to flu. If you know someone's come in and isn't acute, they just had the flu bug, you can call and get some help to get your own prophylactic medicine, because time really matters in these kind of diseases.
Yeah, and I mean, time always matters to us, and feels like we don't have enough time to do all the go to the doctor's office, especially when you're sick. So this just seems like a great option for people. So if I needed to take advantage of these services, what would I need to do to make it happen? And also, how much does it cost?
Right, so any type of smart device, certainly a smartphone, doesn't matter if you're a Mac or an Android type phone. You can do this on the web services of connectnow.conehealth.com, or there are apps that you can also download to get that information. The MyChart app is what's necessary to do the e-visit, that questionnaire. And as far as cost, the e-visits are going to be the most affordable through the holiday season. That's $30 a visit, but certainly when you compare that to the time of going somewhere, I think the value of time saved by itself is well worth it. The video visits and that virtual exchange is $49 through the season. And again, I think for the convenience of your time, most people find it's well worth the time. One thing I forgot to say earlier, the e-visits, you do need to be 18 years or older, but the virtual visit, any age. So certainly for all those out-of-town guests, a really great option to seek care.
Yeah, but there are some times that you do need to actually go into the office to see a doctor. When should people go?
Sure. So obviously any of the typical medical emergencies, times that you would call 911, this is no exception. And if it's something that you've been fighting for a while that can't be easily looked at or just talked through, an injury perhaps, those are times that an urgent care would be a really good option.
Okay, and let's take a look at what some people at home are saying about these kinds of visits, how you prefer. And it looks like the majority say in person, and then everything is about even 10% for over the phone, video conference, or Google it. So more people, it seems like, still feel a little more comfortable going to see someone in person, but this may be a great option if you're homesick during the holidays.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. For more information on all of these options, just look for the links in this story on WFMYnews2.com.